this is kind of big news right now in the NFL. You're kind of seeing overall that running backs, we've been kind of seeing this trend going towards this way, but now running backs are trying to say no. They're putting a stop to and trying to reset this market. Josh Jacobs, Austin Eckler, and Saquon Barkley are guys right now who are all saying they're not going to report until they get a new contract, and they want to reset the market. They want to change it. And for the last few years, you've seen the running backs aren't getting drafted high. Running backs, once their contract's up, they're letting them, the teams are letting these guys go and not really giving them the big paydays. And you're not seeing that. And these guys are trying to stop that. And Bleacher Report came out with an article talking about how the Chiefs have the second most cost efficient running back room in the NFL. So my question to you is obviously the model that Brett Veach has gone with us. And I think even since drafting CEH in the first round, I don't think you're ever going to see the Chiefs draft a running back as long as Brett Veach is there in the first round again. But Pacheco, 7th rounder, leading our backfield last year. Jerick McKinnon, a veteran minimum guy who we brought back a few years in a row at a vet min deal. And then Deneric Prince, undrafted guy coming in and could get some reps, could actually get playing time this year. Do you think that the way Brett Veach is going with our running backs is kind of it's what's going to continue to happen in the NFL? Kind of going more value and cost efficient rather than paying top guys, even guys like Saquon Barkley, who are phenomenal running backs. But do you see the NFL kind of switching up and maybe going back to the way it was, where the running backs were getting paid top dollar, or do you see this market reset these guys are trying to go to really even going to do anything?
You know what? I don't think that every team will be successful with that model. I just don't. I just, certain teams, we kind of looked upon it. We did. We looked on this. We didn't know Pacheco was going to be what he was. We didn't know CH wasn't going to be what we thought he was going to be. And so I think we just kind of looked upon the situation, what it was, right? And so we just kind of took advantage of it. And everybody plays a part. Everybody, as a collective, man, do a really good job. And so I think because we don't have to have that number one running back being a huge part of our offense because we have Patrick Mahomes. That's the reason, because we're more of a pass-happy offense as opposed to running the ball. Daniel Jones needs Saquon Barkley. Kirk Cousins needs Dalvin Cook. Garoppolo needs Josh Jacobs. Okay? Justyn Herbert needs an Austin Eckler. He's got some good receivers. He does. He's going to be able to throw the ball around, but you're going to have to have a guy back there that's going to be able to do what Austin Eckler gave. And I don't seem to have anybody like that on the roster. Every roster, you need at least two guys, two running backs that are capable with the workload that's designed for them, that's demanded of them in a football game. In a football, that's the reality of it. That's the truth. And so, yeah, you might look out and have, somebody like a Derrick Henry or somebody that could do the one. But yeah, you could get maybe running back by committee, but every team's not going to be good with that model.
Yeah, I think with the Minnesota Vikings situation, they cut Cook, and now they have Alexander Madison, who has shown flashes of being who can be the guy. Obviously, we're going to see this year when he gets a full workload. Tough to see that. I had a few spot starts 2 years ago where Cook was out. Madison kind of manned the load for a few of those games and looked pretty well. Looked good in doing so. But yeah, the other situations, it's tough. And obviously, you're right. It's one thing that I guess they didn't really factor into this list. It's like, well, they have Patrick Mahomes back there. So like, and look, Buffalo's a good example. They've tried to trot out this RB committee, which hasn't worked out for them. They every year they've been trying to find a decent run game, and they really haven't had that since Josh Allen's been there. And that's hurt them because they go to a pass-happy mode, and where Josh Allen's leading your backfield and carries, that's not sustainable. And we're seeing it's not sustainable.
Right. Well, that's why they brought in Davin's brother, James Cook. So they're hoping he's going to be like his brother.
Yeah, I know.
He was awesome down in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
So, and like you said, it's not sustainable. You want Josh Allen keep taking those hits like that? Let him hand the ball off. So you want him throwing the ball down the field, okay? Not saying he can't do this, but the longevity of playing that position of having a franchise quarterback is where you want this to go, right? You don't want him ACL and all these different things happening. Uh, so, yeah, man. You got to have Josh. Look, uh, Joe Burrow, had to have a mixing. He got to have a guy, okay? Uh, and so he got wide receivers go the ball around. Hand the ball off. This is what you want him to do. Hand the ball off to somebody. Let him do what he does best is with this arm, not with his leg. But man, I think all three of those guys you just named, Eckler, Jacobs, and Cook, I think y'all need to hold out. I think they need to reset the market. I think for them to get back the respect for that running backs in the NFL, these major guys have to do it. It's kind of one of those things because you see like somebody like Zeke down there, right? Who they was like, look, we'll pay you money to walk away. We're fine eating whatever, for you not to come back. And because he got paid a lot of money, and I was just like, yo, Zeke, man, is not the same dude. And then everybody, oh yeah, man. I'm like, he's not. You can say it. I don't know. Remember, we was arguing about this about Zeke. I forgot who was on here on the roster, but I just didn't feel like he was the same guy. So it's going to make sense with some guys not. But shoot, if you're predicated on running the football, you definitely got to have that guy. Josh Jacobs is your guy in Oakland. You got wide receivers around him. Shoot, we know you got wide receivers in the Chargers. You need him. Dalvin Cook, you definitely need him. Kansas City, we can put guys back there. But we're going to throw the football. We're going to put the ball down the field, throwing it first before anything. If it's 3rd and 1, we are throwing the ball. Can you imagine that? That's what we've been doing. That was our 3rd and 1 play. Is running the ball, either that or handing the ball off to the Sherman or somebody. The fullback died. That was it. That was our 3rd and 1 play. So
or a tight end QB sneak.
Oh yeah. So now having Pacheco gives you a little bit more options, right? Yeah, hey, we can throw the ball. We can run the ball down here. Hey, I say the reason we go to the Super Bowl, got beat by Cincinnati is because we got down to the red zone within a 5-yard line and couldn't run the ball in.
Yep.
We didn't have that guy. Shoot, you need guys like that. You need those guys. We got a good roster of guys because everybody, like I said before, plays with position well. Pacheco's, he's a headhunter. He's going to go in and he's going to run over somebody. Jared McKinnon's going to run around somebody. Prince, we think, is going to run over somebody. CH hopes is going to be healthy. He can run over and run around different people. So, yeah, but some rosters, you need that guy. So you just need it.
Yeah. Not every team is blessed with a guy like Patrick Mahomes. He's one of a kind talent and a coach like Andy Reid. And yeah, you can make the argument. You talk about the AFC Championship game 2 years ago. You can make the argument if we weren't running the ball the way we were running the ball in the Super Bowl with Mahomes' hobbled ankle, probably don't win that game.
Yes, that's a fact. So. We just happen to fall into this piece where we had with the running back by committee. It works, and it works well for us. But make no mistake about it. First, man, we throwing the ball first with 3rd down, 3rd and short. We're thinking about passing before we run. Maybe it's down and starting to maybe shift a little bit. Maybe it's starting to tilt a little bit more because of Pacheco. But before then. Andy, what we doing? Oh, we passing. I'm looking at my passing sheet. This is what we looking at. This is what, we like this. Yeah, we doing wild banana or the flat.
Spider Y2 banana.
Yeah.
So do you think that the way the Chiefs are winning with the kind of going this cost efficient running back room, do you think that is the way of the future for the NFL, or do you think we'll see the bell cow running back kind of emerge again, where the running back kind of becomes this high-powered thing, or you say it's just going to depend on the quarterback and your situation there? That's what's going to happen.
It's going to depend on the quarterback for sure, but you're just going to have guys who are just studs at running back. I mean, why would you not take them? If a team needs a running back, you want that guy. I would want to balance, offensive coordinator-wise. I would want to be a more balanced attack. That's what I want to be able to do. The more the defense has to see and worry about, to me, just makes sense. And so if I have a guy that's capable back here that you have to worry about every time I hand the ball out to him, then guess what? The run opens up the pass. It doesn't change. It's always the way. It's going to be that thing. And so, no, I don't see those things changing anytime soon. I think it's going to stay where it is right now. Some teams are going to be running back by committee. We are that right at this moment. But other teams, yeah, you're going to have that bell cow. The NFL is going to have teams that need bell cows at the position.
Yeah. Not every team can throw the ball 50 times a game and get away with that.
They do it.
Mm-hmm. I think Richie James's numbers last year show you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.